Gooch, my beautiful Capricorns. Cappy's here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and the North Node. Now, if you have Capricorn falling within those placements within your chart, this reading may be for you. Now, disclaimer, if it doesn't resonate with you, please check out your other signs or check back next time. Now, if you want to know any of my personal services, all my services links will be down in the description box below, as well as to connect with me on social media. I do shadow work, inner child healing session, brand new inner child healing sessions I have now. That link will be down in the description box below. I also do past life regression, dream interpretations. I sell merch, and I do have a healing course. So please go check that out. And if you enjoy readings just like this, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. I would greatly appreciate your support and trusting me on your journey. Now, I did a poll not too long ago, my beautiful caps. And the poll was to ask people what readings they want me to do. Shadow work, inner child, or past life. It all equaled out the same, so I'm integrating all three into one. So today we're going to see what shadows are coming to the surface that are triggering you that need to be worked on. Then we're going to see how your past life affects these triggers in your current life, because what happens in our past lives do come in and ripple into this current life for us to clear our karma and to learn lessons that we didn't learn in a past life. And then we're going to see what your inner child wants to let you know for each shadow and how it affects you and how you could integrate it into this current life. Then we're going to see what energies you need to work on in order to help you integrate all these energies and transmute them to gain the lesson and the wisdom that you need from it. Then we're going to get some confirmation from the tarot, and then we're going to close it out from cards for your higher self, what you should do moving forward. All right, let's see. Here are my beautiful cappies, my Capricorns. I listened to another reader the other day, and she was like, my Capricorns, cappies, she said something about corn. I thought it was hilarious, but all right, what shadows are coming to the surface for my beautiful Capricorns? You need to know today. All right. Arrogant. Quarrelsome. All right. One more, please, for my cappies, for my beautiful Capricorns. Oh, wow. I can't say I'm not feeling this, but I'm feeling this currently. Don't need the cards for it. The cards are out of me. And just know, you guys, we need the shadow as much as the light. When we can face our fears, our codependency, the discomfort within our body, on the other side of it is everything that we want. We need resentment in order to know forgiveness. We need hatred in order to know love. We need the shadow in order to know the light. So just know, everything I'm sharing with you today, it's with love, but it's here to assist, help you look at yourself, take accountability, and to be able to become the victor of your life rather than the victim. All right. So the shadows that you have here, my beautiful caps. Arrogant. If you're insecure or fear rejection, this behavior surfaces. Work on accepting your true self and give yourself love as you are needing it. Now, and then you have quarrelsome. Does this action fulfill an emotional need for you? Does it make you feel powerful? Is it bad habit that needs to stop? Insecurity. Please understand your worth, your value, your purpose here on earth. There is no need to feel small or compare yourself to others. You have insecure here twice. All right. With arrogance here, I'm getting Capricorns. We are the devil card in the tarot. This is why a lot of people fear the tarot. But the shadow aspect of God energy can be very arrogant and very controlling. But I feel this is letting me know that your arrogance is coming from a sense of not wanting to get hurt. And that's completely normal. You know, we put on these facades and these masks to try to mask how we really feel so we could act arrogant. It's like arrogance is bliss, so we act childish when we know what could be good for us by being vulnerable and real. So I feel like what this shadow is coming to the surface is maybe your actions are not reflecting what you want is because you're not being who you truly want to be. And I feel like it says work on accepting your true self and give yourself love as you are needing it. So right now I feel like you're acting as someone you don't want to be towards friendship, relationships, or life. And this is causing you to get the counter reaction or productivity that you want out of life. So I feel like this is more of you going inwards and seeking validation and approval within yourself. rather than the outer world. So I feel like this is really calling you to take accountability for your actions and really understand where it's all coming from in order to become who you want to be, in order to receive what it is that you want. I hope that makes sense, Cappies. Coral Sun. Now, this does intertwine a little bit with arrogance. So, I don't know why, but I'm getting this energy that a lot of you Capricorns, you're givers, you're over givers. You give, you give, you give. You try to prove your worth, prove yourself in relationships and friendships and in life. And I feel like when you don't get that reciprocation in return, it's like you sometimes your shadow could be a little manipulative. It could try to, because here's the thing. When we people please, and we're always the nice girl, the nice guy, we try to manipulate people to give us what we want. So we give to get that exact reciprocation in return. That is a form of manipulation. And it's because you're trying to seek something outside of you. And same thing could go with if you're not getting the love that you want in a relationship, or if someone's not texting back, you pull back and text just as small as they are, just as little as they do. And I feel like you do actions based on mirroring other people, and that is you lowering your standards, and that is you not being true to yourself. So it's saying, does it make you feel powerful? Is it a bad habit that needs to stop? I feel like it is a bad habit that needs to stop. And I'm saying this including for myself. I'm including myself in this reading. It's speaking to me as well. Is that, does it make you feel powerful to mirror energy, to kind of like punish them? Does that make you feel powerful? Because sometimes we do things to make people see our worth, and to see, this is how they make me feel, so I'm gonna give them the silent treatment. I'm going to, pretend like I don't give a shit about them. Does that make you feel powerful? Because if it doesn't, then maybe that needs to stop, because that's coming from an inauthentic, wounded place that is not serving your higher good. It's just serving your ego. All right, last card. Insecurity. Capricorns, a lot of us feel like we get the shit out of the stick. We try hard, we show up, we're reliable, we're loving, but we don't feel like we get any of that reciprocation in return. And because of not receiving that reciprocation, we think something's wrong with us. And we base the actions of others, the things in our life, as a reflection of our worth. We based our worth off of those things. And I feel like, even I'm also getting this energy too. If you guys feel like you're not in a good place financially or anything like that, and you're comparing yourself to other people who are where they are in life, where you want to be, I feel like the shadows come to the surface because it wants you to analyze the insecurity. And I feel like what it's trying to help you analyze is stop basing your worth based off of physical circumstances, materialism, people, opinions. Because people in this life is only doing its thing. They're only doing their thing out of their own wounds, their own traumas, their own perspective. And it's just like, you can't allow yourself to take things personally when it has nothing to do with you. So your value and your worth comes from the beliefs that you hold about yourself, the self-concept that you have about yourself, what you believe love is, what you believe a friendship should be. Like, I'm getting this energy, be a little delusional, Capricorns. Because that's how people get what they want in this world, is by going within your imagination, using it to create the vision of the life that you want, and believing it that it already exists without needing it to exist physically. And that right there helps you build your self-concept, help you build your confidence, helps you believe in yourself. And therefore, you don't need to be insecure if someone doesn't choose you in a relationship or doesn't want to listen to you. And you don't need to define your worth based on if you don't have that money, because you know damn well you're abundant and rich. And a heart full of gold cannot be bought in stores. So it's like your shadow wants you to look at this insecurity to help you recognize that when you could face this resistance, when you could face this limiting belief, you will recognize that there's never been nothing wrong with you. You are more than enough. And not to take things personally, but to realize, what's important to you. Stop focusing on what you can't control and focus on what you can control. Stop focusing on what doesn't please you currently and start focusing on what will please you by using your imagination. I hope that makes sense, Cappies. I hope that makes sense. All right. Got a blank one here. All right. How is my Cappy's past life affecting their current life? How's affecting arrogance? How's past life affecting? I didn't say for you to fall. Ooh, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right, I feel that strongly. I did a Akashic record like 2 years ago, and it really brought up a lot of wounds from my past life. I'm like, damn, I can see why I still feel like that this current life. Quarrelsome. Dude, didn't I say be a little delusional, bro? Okay, we're gonna learn delusional in the most healthy form. All right. Didn't I say how to do it, love? I fucking knew it. All right, so let's get into this. I love this. I love this energy. I love shadow work, bro. Like, it just makes me just have more mastery over myself. But all right. So in a past life, the reason why arrogance is being triggered in this current life because you have injustice, predator, victim, trauma, poverty, lesson, greed, love, abandonment. All right. So I'm reading the back of the card, guys. But so I feel like the reason why arrogance is coming to the surface is because a lot of you guys feel like you're a victim. So you have to put on this facade of being a strong person because you feel a lot on the inside. And I feel like in a past life, you were done such an injustice, probably provoked, probably bullied, probably judged, probably, just really, what's that word I want to say? You felt like in a past life, you were really just, you felt like you were an outcast. There's a word, but it's not coming to my mind. But this arrogant card is coming to me because you fear rejection. And this is a behavior, surface level behavior. So I feel like arrogance is coming to the surface is because you don't want to be a victim towards what's hurting you. You don't want to be done an injustice. But, when we act arrogant, because of the fear of rejection, because of insecurity, we only end up sabotaging ourselves over good things. So I feel like your past life is coming to the surface to help you recognize, stop being a victim towards your fears, towards your rejection, towards your, what you feel, because emotions are just indicators to let us know what's in disalignment to bring ourselves back into alignment. All right. Quarrelsome. You have delusions, mania, hysteria, insanity, hallucinations, trauma. You have poverty here twice. All right. And then you have lesson, greed, twice as well. So if you could see that, lesson, greed. You have that twice. So I want to be real honest, Capricorns. A lot of you guys do things to try. It's like you try to manipulate things into working in your favor, is because your mind makes up the worst case scenario. And the mind is so powerful, it can make us think the worst and makes us act in ways that aren't our true self. So I feel like insanity is here because you keep repeating patterns within relationships, friendships, life, money, relationships. And like Albert Einstein says, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. So I feel like you guys need to recognize your behavior mechanisms. What triggers you? Why do you think the way that you do, and why you act the way that you do, and learn, is it serving you or is it not serving you? And realizing how that's putting you in the same results that you don't want to receive in your life. I feel like a lot of you guys make up things in your mind that aren't true in order to make yourself feel good, or to pretty much confirm how you feel. But sometimes we don't know the bigger picture and what's really going on, so we're just assuming. And when we assume, we can do and act in ways that are not serving our higher good and not getting us the results that we want. And then we wonder how we end up becoming a victim towards the circumstance that we created. I hope that makes sense, my beautiful caps. All right. Insecurity. In a past life, you have romance, love, a convenience, true love, unrequited love, star-crossed love, the death, torture, identity, friend, love, companionship, and then you have trauma, psychological or verbal abuse. All right. So I feel like, so Capricorns, I'm going to be real blunt with you guys, and I recognize this within my own life as a Capricorn. When we love hard. But when we love so hard and give so much of ourselves, our kindness could be taken as weakness. And that could, in the eyes of others, that can make it seem like they could have a one-up on us or take advantage of us. And, you know, we rush into love, knowing that we know better to take it slow and let this person fall in love with us before our body, before what we could give to them. But when we keep giving and keep loving, and we're not receiving that in return, we base our worth based on that other person. And when Capricorns fall in love, we sometimes have a tendency to forget our life, forget our desires, and fully focus on that person. And when we do that, we become codependent, we become desperate, and that's how we end up getting that pattern within relationships of being in third parties, or not getting the love that we give out, or we're a convenience to people. And I feel like this shadow is coming to surface to help you recognize what true love is to you, and how to make sure to get what you need before jumping into relationships. And I feel like a lot of you guys based your worth based off of how people treated you, and that's putting you in a victimization mode where you always think, oh, this always happens to me, I'm a victim, I'll never get what I want. But that is a belief system that's bringing you into a state of insanity to act as someone that you're not. And please understand, don't take anything personally, Cappy, because when people treat you as if you're a convenience, as if, you know, you're not lovable, that really is just speaking about themselves. That really just means that they're not meant for your love, and they don't deserve your love. And I know that's hard to like take a step back from that and not compare yourself to, oh, if they choose someone else over me. And, you know, it's like the shadows come to surface to make you recognize your purpose is not in loving someone. Your purpose is being love, is being the love people need, the world needs. But having the discernment to see who deserves it, and that's where your power lies, is in your boundaries and in your truth and in your authenticity, not your toxicity. Ooh, that was deep. All right. If you guys are liking this reading so far, please hit that like button. I'll greatly appreciate it. All right. What does your inner child have to say about arrogance and victim? Injustice? All right. What does inner child have to say about this? Damn, this is deep. What does your inner child have to say about insecurity? Kathy's inner child. No, that doesn't feel right. One more, please. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. So, what your inner child has to say about injustice and arrogance. In past, you were taught not to cry. Now you are aware that expressing sadness by crying is healthy and healing. So I feel like a lot of you Capricorns, the reason why you act arrogant is because you want to prevent yourself from getting hurt. But I feel like your inner child is letting you know, feel the discomfort of being rejected, of being hurt, of being like you're not lovable, of feeling like, you know, you're not good enough. Feel those emotions, because when you express the sadness, the loneliness within you, or the lack of love, what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to see yourself. You're not seeking that in the outside world. You're allowing yourself to see your imperfections and love them without needing other people to do that for you. And when you can do that for yourself, little do you know, you don't need anyone or anything outside of you. And that's where your power is being the love that you are seeking. But it first requires you seeing yourself. And intimacy is all about intimacy into you, I see. Seeing the limitations, seeing the fears, seeing the sadness, being vulnerable with yourself. And when you be vulnerable with yourself, you could go out into the world and not care if you're going to get hurt, and not care if your vulnerability won't be taken into the context you want it. You don't care if people reject it, because you know at the end of the day, yourself got you, boo-boo. Love it. All right. What your inner child has to say about this second row. You felt like you weren't enough. Now you understand that you are more than enough, and you are truly gifted and unique. I love this energy, because I feel like a lot of you Capricorns, you know, you have to do things to try to prove your worth, or people to see your worth, or people to love you, or people to reciprocate to you. And I feel like this has a lot to do with people, this whole reading. But your inner child is letting you know that your existence is here to create a world within this world. And sometimes we want people that we love dearly to be a part of that vision. And sometimes they're not, because either they don't reciprocate, or they're toxic, or they just don't see you for who you truly are. But I feel like, you know, your inner child is letting you know that the reason why you exist is because the divine thought you were more than enough. And the fact that you do exist and the divine thought the world needed one of you, then learn how to be you and embrace that. Because a lot of you guys, you know, you've been sleeping on yourself because you based your worth on other people, and other people sleeping on you. So it's like, stop sleeping on yourself. Stop neglecting yourself. Stop seeking validation from the physical world, and start seeking it within your imagination, within your heart, within your mind, within your being, and start being that vision of you that you have in your mind right now. Because how you feel and what you believe you deserve, you are it already, and you deserve to be it and feel it and love it in this very moment without needing the outer world to manifest it right now. Because when we base, you know, our happiness off of the physical circumstances, and we're not doing anything to change how we feel on the inside without needing that, then we're always going to be in a state of repeating patterns and being unhappy. So it's like your inner child is trying to let you know, you are so truly gifted and unique. Find what brings you the most joy of being who you are, exactly who you are, and realizing that's more than enough, and the right people will gravitate towards you. The love that you deserve will come to you. You don't need to look for it. You don't need to chase it. So I hope that makes sense, my cappies. All right, last one. Your inner child is saying, past, you felt parentified and in the caretaker role. Now you are able to experience moments of fun, play, joy, laughter, and silliness. All right, Cappy, let's be real here, because I resonate with this strongly. A lot of you Capricorns feel you've been through so much in your life that you have emotionally matured and know what you clearly want. If you haven't, then that is definitely a lot of love you need to give to yourself, and forgiveness as well. Forgive yourself for not knowing exactly what you want. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. But I feel for most of you Cappies who are watching, you have come to a place where you, at a young age, you felt like you had to take care of everyone emotionally, mentally, maybe financially or physically. But I feel like when it comes to relationships, a lot of you guys are old souls. You've been here many, many, many lifetimes. And you know exactly what it takes to have real love, no matter how uncomfortable it can get. You're willing to have the tough conversations. You're willing to set your boundaries. You're willing to speak up for yourself when things don't seem right or you're not being respected. You're able to do the mature things that it takes to have a long-term relationship, rather than just being here for a good time. You're here for a fucking long time, bro. But I feel like every relationship you get in, it's like you have to be a parent to those people that you're with. And then all of a sudden they don't give you that love, but when they end up abandoning you, everything that you taught them, they're doing that with another person. I get it. I get it. And it's because maybe in your childhood, you had to be the emotional is that even a word? Stabilizer? Yeah, you had to be the emotional stabilizer for everyone, but no one was that for you. So I feel like your inner child is letting you know, now you are able to experience moments of fun, play, joy, laughter, silliness. So I feel like your inner child is really trying to lead you back to you. Your inner child is trying to really teach you how to be your own parent, your own lover, your own best friend, your own cheerleader. And if no one's going to give you that in return, stop giving and don't feel guilty for not giving. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel like you're betraying or abandoning someone because they're not willing to give you what you want. Because maybe at the end of the day, they don't really care. And maybe at the end of the day, maybe they do care. They just don't know how to express it. It's not your responsibility to make other people happy. It's your responsibility to be in a state of happiness and know you have the right to enjoy life and love life regardless of what people think or what people do or don't do. Oh, that was tight. Woo! All right, let's see what energies you got to work on that are going to help you be able to transmute and integrate these lessons. Transmute these pains and traumas into lesson and wisdom from my beautiful Capricorn spirit, from my beautiful Cappies. Perfect. That's too many. Too many. Look at that. Self-esteem. Love this card. Confidence, self-love, self-worth, and pride. The jingle is coming on to confirm. All right. Confidence, self-love, self-worth, pride. Oh my God, I love this energy. Cappies, what I'm getting with this card is to integrate. A lot of you guys need to work on your solar plexus, which deals with your willpower and confidence. So I feel like Cappies, no matter what the world does to you, no matter how the world shits on you, no matter what the world projects onto you, you have the right to love yourself, love your imperfections, love your insecurities, love who you are, love your fucking quirks, because you're existing and living for you. So if people want to make you the villain, if people want to victimize you, people want to do you injustice, boo-boo, just realize it can't affect you if you realize that the power of happiness and love and validation comes from you, not from what other people do. So, self-esteem, man. I love this. It even says it. Work on accepting your true self. Accept all of who you are. Take all that pain you ever experienced and turn it into power and wisdom. That's what I've done. And honestly, you guys, it's to a point where I don't care if I'm single. I don't care if my partner doesn't want me. I don't care if people don't accept me. I love me for me because I realized Divine created me because it thought the world needed one of me. So therefore, I know I am loved and lovable. Because in the eyes of the Divine thought I was so perfect that it was just so excited to create me. So therefore, I'm just going to use that power of the higher power and recognize, damn, I'm good enough as I is. And I know with the belief and the faith in that I'm going to receive everything I deserve. Whew. I hope this is empowering you, my Cappies. Because I know you need it, my boo-boos. All right. For this pile. For the second pile, please. For the second pile, please. You have dreams and inspiration, ideas, spark, conception, impulse, dreams, messages, signs, symbols, guidance. A lot of you guys, what I'm getting here is that, yeah, your physical dreams give you a lot of signs. You guys have probably received prophecies within your dreams. But what I'm also getting is that, you know, your dreams are what inspire you. Didn't I say about your imagination earlier? Your imagination is going to build your self-concept, your beliefs, your confidence, your truth in yourself. And I feel like here, it's like Spirit is letting you know what sparks you, what inspires you, what signs and messages and guidance are leading you to take inspired action. It's like I'm hearing stop following what your mind is telling you. Start following the guidance of your heart, because your inspiration is going to lead you to everything that you want. Your inspiration, your heart is going to lead you to making decisions that are best for you, not just for other people. It's just more like a use your imagination to spark within you the impulse to go after what you want, to believe in what you want, to feel good about what you want right here, right now, and allow your dreams to guide you, and not allow your current circumstances to rule you. Oh, that was deep. All right. Can I go one more card, please? One more card, please. Sinking. All right. Action, movement, perseverance, discipline, motivation. I feel like a lot of you guys, my Capricorns, are currently going through a lot of disappointments, and I feel like, you know, you felt, it's like you're recognizing the recurring patterns of abandoning yourself because of your physical circumstances, or when it comes to love. And I feel like instead of you pouting and wallowing like the way you used to, now you're learning how to take action. Now you're learning how to create movement. Now you're creating momentum towards what you desire. And because of taking all this pain and turning it into, taking this pain and turning it into power, a lot of you guys are finding your motivation. A lot of you guys are finding your, you know, you're finding how fucking unique you are, because you're tired of reliving these moments of suffering over and over, and you're just like, you know what, I'm done. I'm not going to go back there. I already overcame this. I already healed from this. Now I'm just going to take action towards what I want, rather than focusing on what I don't want. Regardless of what's happening in your physical circumstances, your faith is so strong that you're becoming so magical that you're just like, I'm so powerful that I create my own happiness or suffering. And you're choosing to create your own happiness regardless if the physical circumstances haven't changed your way. And it's just like, nah, the power lies within me. It doesn't lie within what the physical world gives to me. I love it. All right, for my Cappies here. For my Cappies. The 8 of Wands, bro. Let's go. Opportunities, communication, a lot of truths coming to the surface. It's like, ooh, y'all finding y'all wings. I love it. See how the shadow can assist with recognizing what we need to face? 7 of Wands. Yep, I love it. Setting them boundaries. Defending what is true for you. You guys might have Leo in your chart, or Sagittarius, or, you know, dealing with those signs, but a lot of fire up in here. A lot of fire. I love it. So you guys are focusing on what you want. You guys are going after what you want. You having compassion for yourself. You're learning how to rest when you need to rest. You're learning how to take action. You're just learning how to take emotional, mental, physical action to build the life that you want. It's like you're finally recognizing your fucking worth, and you're making sure you protect your energy. You're protecting what you build. You're protecting who you are as a person. Also, be mindful not to be defensive, because whatever people say or do, just know you will have a comeback for it, but in such a mature manner that you're just like, that's how you perceive of me, but this is what I see within you. So don't be defensive. Don't take anything personal, Scabbies. All right. 2 of... If your relationship is not where you want it to currently be, but you're using your imagination to believe you already have the love that you want, regardless if it's with this person or not with this person, you're visualizing it, you're creating action towards it, the emotions. Actions don't have to be just physical, you guys. Actions are feeling it right now, thinking it right now, and then moving yourself into believing in that right now. Dude, you guys are about to get a powerful, powerful love. And it's going to make you realize why all the others didn't work out. And it's going to make you realize why you had to go through all this pain. So you could gain the wisdom to understand your worth and trust in your value. And know that you are more than good enough, boo-boo. Oh, bottom of the deck, Temperance. You guys are learning how to temper your ego, but embrace your spirit. I love that. You see that fire? Fire! It's like you were so over emotional. Now you're just turning all those emotions into fuel. Turning all that pain into fuel. It's like you're creating balance. You're tempering. What is good for me? What is not good for me? What should I focus on? What should I not focus on? Ooh, I love this fucking energy, Cappies. Let's go. All right. Now let's close it out with your higher self has to say. Higher self, are you how to love my Capricorns? No, that's too many. I feel like a lot of good opportunities are coming for you. I will meet new people. I want people to get to know me. I am confident with who I am to share myself with others. A lot of you guys are finally stepping into your worth, into your purpose, going after your passions. And it's gonna make you feel so good about yourself because you're like, you know what? This world needs what I have. And therefore, you're gonna meet the right people who are gonna love to get to know the real fucking you because you know who you are. Oh, love it, Saturday. My heart is blossoming. All right. Nope, that doesn't feel right. I even ask for this pile, please. For this pile, sir. Higher self of my Capricorns, bro. I'm really proud of myself. Every day I will become a better version of me. Hey, freaking men to that. I'm now ready for the change, no matter how big or small. Didn't I say y'all ready for change? Y'all ready for a shift. Y'all protecting yourselves. You're using your tools in your toolbox. You're focusing on what inspires you. You're letting go of what makes you feel not good enough. Oh my God, be proud of yourself. Capricorns, you come a long way to do this work, and now this work is finally paying off. One more. Last one, please. This came out twice. How can I connect with nature today, even for a few minutes? I think a lot. You are Earth signs, Capricorn, so going out and outdoors will bring clarity, will bring stillness, and will bring a lot of peace. Can I get one last one? Oh my Capricorn. It's time to be more in the present. I've missed some blissful moments. Yes. A lot of you guys live in your head. A lot of you guys seek fulfillment from the outer world, and I feel like you miss out on being present. So I feel like being present, like for me lately, I've been so present that I've just been so in love with life. It's time to take a new path. I'm scared, but I know I'm divinely protected. Yes. It's time to change your perspective, change your ways. But when you're present, you create romance. And when you create romance, that's how you become more attractive and to attract the true love that is meant for you and within you. Capricorns, I love this reading. If you got any inspiration or any clarity, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and let me know your feedback in the comment section below as well. If you want me to do more readings like that and your insights that you received from this reading today. But until then, I'll see you on the next one, and only love.